get around the club and around the boys after a win and have a week on the track where your spirits are up?
Yeah, exactly. It's been a long time between drinks. It's been a while, but we've been working really hard. It's just good for it all to pay off, especially for the fans who really turned out on the weekend to support us.
What did you put the improvement down to when the pressure seemed to be really high, sort of, lock them in the defence for a long time, sort of more than you have for a fair while?
Yeah, we certainly had a focus to press up really hard and try and turn the ball over in our forward half. And also our ball movement from the back 50 was a real focus, and it paid off really well for us.
I assume you're playing this week, eh? Have you taken the rap for the match review panel?
Yeah, I'll take the reprimand. Just really happy to be playing still, and get out there and try and back it up with another win.
Will it have a bearing on the way you approach your footy in future? You sort of do you need to sort of keep an eye not to overdo it?
No, that's the first time I've been cited, so no, I don't need to change anything. I don't think. Just keep going about it and trying to play my role.
Were you guys warned before the season about the bumps and things?
Not really. I don't think. No, just all the guys know the rules. You're allowed to bump within 5 metres of the ball, and if not, I suppose you're running at your own peril.
Yeah. Did you realise at the time that you might have been overstepped the line with it? Can you?
No, I didn't think anything of it. As I said, I just kept playing and was focusing on where the ball was, and didn't notice that he went down or anything.
Yeah.
With the win, you obviously beat a top 8 side. It must be sort of frustrating thinking that you could have been doing that all year.
Yeah, it's obviously been really frustrating, sort of riding a roller coaster. Probably losing to teams where we probably went in favourites, and that's just the consistency we're trying to develop. And when we're a good team, we'll consistently put together a good performance against better sides.
Demons won 4 of their past 5 against you. Do you think that they've sort of got the edge at the moment in terms of 2 teams that are on the up?
Certainly, I think in our past 2 losses at least we've been right in it right up until sort of 3/4 time. So it's been disappointing they've overrun us, but we're fully confident. We think we're playing good enough football, and we've fixed some minor things in our game plan, and we're confident that we'll put up a good show against them this week.
What do you make of them? Obviously, you lost to them a couple of months ago, but a fair bit's changed for them since then.
Oh yeah, it's pretty similar personnel, I think. So in that way, not a lot's changed. I mean, they're similar to us. They're playing for a finals berth, and so they've got a lot to play for, and we're taking it pretty seriously. Obviously, we want to win every game we play in for the rest of the year, so we'll be looking to do that.
And Trent Cotchin was outstanding on the weekend as standing skipper.
Yeah, he was. He really shouldered the leadership load. With Newey going out, and he was just terrific. Right from the start of the game right to the end. His 4/4 performance was just inspirational for us.
In terms of rating your own improvement this year, is the increase in marks probably the biggest positive for you?
Oh yeah, I suppose so. It's it's just been good to learn a new role, and I'm really enjoying sort of playing alongside Millsy and Jack and the whole forward line. Really, just trying to get a cohesive unit down there, and it's certainly to put together more consistent performances is what I wanted to do, and I've been able to sort of achieve that.
In the last game against Melbourne and the week before against Brisbane, probably 2 of your best games for the year. Now with Angus back in the side, do you like having the freedom to sort of keep that sort of more permanent forward role?
Yeah, I mean, it's what I've sort of played no matter who the ruckman's been all year. I've sort of spent more time up forward and just pinch hitting the ruck a little bit. So I've enjoyed that. It's just been good to settle into that position, and as I spent the whole pre-season training there, so it's just been good to not be moved. Yeah.
Where do you see your sort of future? I mean, do you primarily see yourself as a key forward or a ruckman?
Yeah, probably. I think I'm developing into a key forward, and that's where I'd like to stay. And obviously, I do enjoy going to the ruck and spending time there. It's a good break from having a defender sit on you all day. So it's I just want to keep playing both and improve that way.
Yeah.
Tyler, did you consider challenging this one? I mean, you got those 90. A lot of players don't like those points hanging over them for 12 months.
No, I was just happy to be playing, and wasn't willing to risk that. No.
McGinnity is set to be suspended today for comments he made about someone else's mother. Is that something that happens on the field quite often, or is it a regular one?
I've never heard anything like that said, so I wouldn't be able to comment on that.
Is there much sledging goes on out there now?
Oh, certainly. I suppose when you muck up a kick or something like that, or certainly guys let you know about it. But there's nothing too personal really said out there. I wouldn't have thought. It's just
fairly good-natured sort of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, stuff that water off a duck's back. Most of it for most players, I would imagine.
Just you're saying you're obviously looking to win every game for the rest of the year. How important is how you finish this season? Do you think just if we can't make the finals, but just looking ahead?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously really important. It sets yourself up for a good pre-season and next year, but it's also just trying to find the right balance, you know, and who's gonna take the club forward and which sort of six, whether it be up front or down back or whoever or wherever, you know, how they work together and just getting that that cohesiveness really.
Just the difference between your best and your worst on Sunday was huge. What's the reason for that? Where your skill level and everything looked so bad in the first half, but in the last quarter, once you got going, what was the reason why everything looked so much cleaner?
I suppose something like skill level's pretty dependent on, you know, what the opposition are able to bring. You know, Sydney. You know, they're just terrific at tackling and pressuring and pressing, and obviously they brought it really hard early, and you know we're learning to deal with that as a group, and I'm not sure whether it relented or just the game sort of opened up a bit as they do in the second half, and that's why we might have been a bit more clean.
It's been well documented that the club is after to recruit a ruckman, and as early as this week, another ruckman in Marrick from Adelaide has been linked to the club. Is that something you're supportive of?
Oh, look, I mean, we as players, you know, we just play football and just back in whatever list management decisions they make. We've got, you know, two young developing ruckmen in Andrew Brown and Angus Graham, and also Tom Derricks, who are, you know, have all played less than 50 games. So I mean, you know, they'll be given time, and I'm sure, as you know, they've all put in good performances this year. So, but yeah, as I said, look, it's a list management decision as to whether we need to top up.